Hi Sagittarius, from the 1st of January until the 21st of January, there's a Mars and Jupiter conjunction which happens in Scorpio in your 12th house of spirituality. Now Mars is the archetypal principle of masculinity and drive. Jupiter is the lucky planet of success and good fortune. And in Scorpio, in a water sign that's very much associated with the intuition and feelings, in your 12th house of spirituality, where the veil is thinnest, means that you're going to get a lot of intuitive information that comes in, and you'll be able to then implement that information and use it to realize your hopes and dreams and to have the spiritual strength to make your desires a reality. That's what Mars does. It drives things forward. So that's the first 3 weeks of January. We also have a full moon happening on the 2nd of January or on the 1st of January if you're in the States. And this is a full moon in Cancer, which is also a supermoon. This gives you a really private bubble. I've made a separate video on this. Have a look at it. It gives you a really safe space where you get intuitive information. And in your case, Sagittarius, it happens in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of me in connection with others. So the self and the other. And it gives you insight into how you can insert yourself into situations in a way that benefits you more and allows you to prosper and succeed rather than just being in the background or being taken advantage of or your talents not being recognized. You really get intuitive insights into how you can make this better for yourself. So if you're an employee, this is ideal. If you work in a company or in an institution, you, Sagittarius, will benefit really greatly from this full moon because it's in the 8th house. You have understanding of, is this a dead-end job? Do I need to make a lateral move? Is it now time to ask for a promotion? Can I move ahead? Am I in the right job? Am I in the right company? You will intuitively understand all of that. Also on the 2nd of January, Uranus, the planet of rebellion and drive, goes direct. So you feel much more energized, and it's in your 5th house of romantic relationships and fun. So the other big blessing now is that you're able to create opportunities in your relationships, not only at work, but also in your personal romantic relationships, and you'll have the drive and the power to really move things forward. So that's what I'm getting so far here at the beginning of the month, that you really have much more energy to take what's going on in here internally and to apply that to your existing life and to make changes and to push forward, whereas before you may not have felt confident doing that. Now, the strongest energy in this chart for you, Sagittarius, in January is your 2nd house of money and belongings. You have Saturn, Black Moon Lilith, Venus, the transiting midheaven, the Sun, and Pluto, which is the planet of transformation. They all sit in Capricorn in your 2nd house of money. So the thing, out of all of the sign of the zodiacs, the thing that you don't have to worry about is your finances, because you have a lot of structure and a really secure platform when it comes to your money, and you're going to be able to work at that effortlessly. And with this full moon on the other side of the chart at the beginning of January, you get insights that will allow you to work smarter and not harder, to use a cliche. So listen to the insights that you get at the beginning of the month, because when you use those, you'll naturally be able to translate those into practical actions, and that will allow you to create abundance and prosperity for yourself. That continues to get stronger as the month goes on, and it gets really strong when Mercury, the communication planet, joins all of those other planets in Capricorn in your 2nd house. So now you think about work, how you can adapt your work and how you can get more out of your work, and rather than work yourself to the bone for very little, you'll start to automatically and intuitively understand how you can change and adapt your work so that you don't need to work as hard, that you can have more pleasure and joy from the work that you're doing, and how you can be rewarded in a more effective way. So you will really prosper and thrive financially here in January. The work will come effortlessly, and combined with your spiritual strength and understanding, you'll be able to connect the two and just create an increase in the money that comes in. Now it continues to build and build and build and get stronger and stronger, because on the 17th of January, we've got the new moon in Capricorn. And again, I'll make a separate video on this, but a new moon is when the moon pulls in extra energy to get ready for its next monthly cycle. And it pulls in Capricorn energy into your second house of money. So Capricorn is about working and being grounded and practical. And with all of those other things in your second house, you really just understand what it means to work in a way that is smart and effective for you, so that you can transform your life through the abundance and prosperity that you have. So you'll be able to, you'll have the freedom to buy certain things that you've wanted. You have the understanding that I can start my own business if I like. You will be incredibly blessed if you get the message that it's time to make a lateral move in terms of work or to change your job completely, that those things will fall into place very effortlessly. And then if you apply for new jobs, you will find them very quickly. So up until the 17th and 18th of January, this is what your focus ought to be, because you're really just being super, super supported when it comes to your financial life. On the 18th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, moves into Aquarius in your third. The Sun does the same thing on the 20th. And then on the 23rd of January, the transiting midheaven, which has to do with work, also moves into Aquarius in your third. So now it's not just about money. Now you start thinking about how you can serve other people, and you think about humanity as a whole and how your work impacts others. So there's a really nice balance between the beginning of the month, where you have these amazing ideas in terms of how do I work, and now here in the second half of January, it's about I found something that I love to do that provides me with more income, but what effect does that have on other people, and am I making a positive contribution to the world or not? So you're almost like fact-checking yourself, and you're reviewing what you're doing so that it's aligned with your beliefs and values. So the biggest blessings here for you, Sagittarius, in January are financial prosperity and abundance, and having these understanding, this intuitive insight about what it is you're doing and the best way to do it. On the 27th of January, Mars moves into Sagittarius in your sign, and it moves into your first house. So you get another boost of energy, even more drive to move forward and to expand your life and to make it bigger. On the 31st of January, we have a total lunar eclipse in Leo at 11 degrees, and that's in the 9th house, which in the traditional astrology chart, you rule. So this is a full moon in Leo. It's the second full moon that we've got in the month. So it's a blue moon. That's what you call second two full moons in a month, because it happens so rarely, once in a blue moon. And there's an element of magic associated with that anyway. Now, this full moon is on the North Node. It's an eclipse, so it pulls in lots of Leo energy into your 9th house, which is about expansion, travel, education, learning, adding skills, making yourself grow and develop. And because it's interrupted via the eclipse, the effects of this full moon in Leo are going to be with you for the first 6 months of 2018. Mars is in your first house of self, in your sign. So this is about spiritual development. It's about personal development, personal growth. You as an individual in the first 6 months of 2018, you're not just going to be making loads of money and helping other people, which you will, but you also grow as an individual, as a person, and you're able to manifest the things that you've dreamt about internally, and you're able to manifest them into the external real world. So it looks like an amazing month. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next month.